Box Swimmer, or hi everyone, and welcome to this year's last episode of Grow Make Cook.
Bok, I'm Mandy O. This is Grow Make Cook, and welcome to my garden. I grew up in Australia in a permaculture family, but after we got married, Mr. O and I moved here to his home country of Croatia. I am a passionate and hands-on homemaker and gardener, and I love life's simple pleasures. So join me on my journey, and together we can learn to grow, make, and cook. This is the second week in December, or Prosinac.
This year has been an eventful one in the garden. We have learned so much, and we've had some real failures, like our corn. But we've also had lots of delicious and wonderful successes. Okay. So in March, we ate a lot and finished off all of our delightful winter leeks, and we had rocket that started to flower in March, but we were still eating the last of those delicious winter salads, and we've replanted them again for this winter. So we've gone with rocket again. It's become a real staple, a really reliable winter salad for us here, and that is delightful because it survives the cool winter nights and the long dark days and still gives us lots of fresh, crisp salads, which is a delightful thing to have when it's cold outside. We also have had loads of success with kale shoots came April. Now, I adore kale shoots, and they fed us beautifully. We've planted more kale again, and I'm hoping that this year we can continue eating the kale all through winter and then still get that fantastic, delightful and sweet vegetable as the bonus in around April time. We also had lots of radishes and baby lettuces, and the chives came back in and started really growing strongly and became another staple part of our garden at about April. In May, we had black currants that started to come up and add their beautiful very gently perfumed flowers to the garden, and we've added more black currants this year in the hope that we will actually have a much more robust and voluminous, that's not a word, lots of volume of harvest of black currants, because they were so good last year that I feel like that's a thing we need to increase our stock of by a lot. We also, in May, started to finish off our corn salad, which started to go over into flour, but we had been eating that corn salad from about now, which we've started harvesting now. We had our first handful of salads at the end of November and the beginning of December. So we've already started eating our winter salads of matovilac, or corn salad, and now when we look back, I can see that we were still eating that all the way into May last year. So that's a real winner. That it seems that corn salad, or matovilac, really actually is a good season holder here and grows well. We were really lucky that last June we had a fantastic crop of cherries, and so bountiful on both sweet and sour that we were able to preserve them. And we are still eating those cherries now in the preserved jams and jellies that we made. We also had lots and lots of fabulous zucchinis. We had lots of broad beans that worked, and it was really good that we figured out that the broad beans worked down in amongst the flowers. So we planted them in the flower beds with the broad beans and the peas, and we still got fantastic harvests. And the wonderful thing about that was that then what we're doing is we're starting to really get in and improve the soil in the garden, in with the flowers, because all of those legumes fix nitrogen on their roots, and that is helping to make my garden grow richer. From July to September, we had lots of lovely things in the gardens. We had tomatoes and sunflowers, and the calendula started to come out, which is great to finally get all of these lovely medicinal flowers and herbs really well established. We have had a fantastic time in the garden this year. It's been intense. We've had some real tragedies, like I say, the corn didn't work, and we had a very small harvest of spaghetti squash this year. But that's how it goes when you grow your own. It's all swings and roundabouts. You have to learn to adapt and flex, and sometimes take the good years, like we had a fantastic year for carrots and beetroots, and then you have to learn to accept that not everything is going to work out exactly as you hope 100% of the time. But that's probably about all we've got for this year in wrap up. So if you like what we're doing, please like the video. If you want notifications for next year when we come back, please ring the bell below and subscribe. And until next year then, I'm wishing you all a very Merry Christmas, a happy and safe New Year, and from us here at Grow Make Cook, do widzenia.